What's up? What's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Let's get down to the situation, but please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share the video, y'all. Let's get into it. Let's talk about Martell. Holt. He decided to go on Instagram and basically air out his ex-wife Mel and basically talk about she has 23 to 20 something babysitters and things of that nature, and also wondering why so many people keep, not working for her. And basically he's saying that she's not nice to the babysitters, and that's why there's so many of them. And also Martell wants to have nannies, 2 or 3, and also a chef as well, that go back and forth between Mel and Martell's home. Who is going to pay for that? But in any event, he does not want any men watching his children. He's saying that Mel is so busy because it's so excessive to have them many babysitters. If you don't got time for your kids, just give them to me. I was like, Lord have mercy. And he also claims when it comes to his son Tank, and when he was accused of hitting his son 25 times, his son Tank ended up having issues in school where they was basically wanting his son to seek out counseling. But Martell said once he got his son back, all he needed was his daddy. And there's a lot of other things that Martell had to say. And he was also talking about the $17,000 that he did not steal it.
Listen, so one of the things I saw is that Melody won the court decision, whatever, custody. She won custody. No, we haven't had court yet either, guys. And my thing is, I'll be real. I've told Melody too, I don't want full custody. I don't want her to have full custody. I don't want full custody. But at the end of the day, it's like we both have to do what we're supposed to do when it comes to these children. Like I tell Mel, like I'm the father 24/7, and I know she's the mother 24/7, like no matter what. The court say we are the parents at the end of the day. So I don't have a court date. So what someone was addressing is more of my attorney. His mother had passed away or whatnot, and he had got the paperwork to me probably like 20 some days late. And so it's like more of our attorneys had to go and speak on that. It had nothing to do with me though. So my paperwork is turned in, her paperwork is turned in, and I mean we're just waiting for court. But 3 times I tried to settle it outside of court, and like right now, I'm trying to settle outside of court. And my thing is, what my attorney took to her attorney is that, okay, if we're gonna settle it, this is the criteria. Like, we have to limit the babysitters. Again, guys, it's like 23 plus babysitters. You guys probably laughing like, no, that's not right. But no, that's accurate. That's what I gave my attorney. 20 some babysitters. I think that's excessive. So for me, if you're busy, if I was extremely busy, and I know that I had to have 20 some people watch my children, I'm gonna call their mother first and ask, hey, listen, can you keep the kids? I gotta take a flight to Texas. Can you watch the kids? I'm gonna get with her first to see if she can watch the kids. And I mean, if not, then I'll move on. But to have 20 some people watch the kids and you have not reached out to the father, a good father at that, my life revolves around my children. Probably too much, but I had them, and I'm gonna take good care of them. I'll put them first. But and then too, when we talk about girls and little boys and things like that, I don't want men watching my children. To be real about it, I don't want no man watching my children. And, we're married. It wasn't a problem then, so I don't see why it should be a problem now. It's not like I've changed anything. It's not like I changed up when it comes to a man watching my kids or men watching my kids. So I know a lot of people like, it's the brother, but it's times that the brother left and his husband watched my children. I'm gonna be out of town for a couple days. Would you mind watching the kids? I do that to her now. just giving her the first right, you know, and that's in court papers. And, you know, I don't have anything against anybody being gay. I'm cool with gay people. I don't want to put them in a position where anything could possibly happen, you know? No, I'm telling you guys what it is. The reason I have Melody in court now is because I don't want men watching my children, and that she, I don't want men watching my children, and that she's had over 20-some people watching my kids. I don't want that. You know, again, like I shared with Melody too, we can have like two or three babysitters going between my house and her house. We can come to agreement on that. But no, if I'm that busy where I gotta have 20-some people watching my children, I might as well give her full custody, or you can just send them on the weekends or something of that nature. But no, that's why. And then some people like, why are you guys in court? I don't want to be in fucking court. I don't want to be in court. I've talked to her outside of court. I've talked to her. We got text messages. You know, I got stuff that my attorney sent her attorney. Like, let's settle this. But can you please promise me that you will not have that many babysitters, or that you won't allow men to watch our children? That's it. That is it. And I mean, if you can agree to that, I'm good. But she said no, when the kids are in her custody, that she can do whatever she wants to do. And I mean, I agree with that, but I don't agree with that 100% though. You know? Because again, if you don't have time to watch the children on your watch, just call the dad. Or if it was me, I call the mom. But guys, we started in court. I asked Melody last year around November, December, if she would not allow men to watch the kids again. And also, don't be so excessive with the babysitters. And this was in November, December last year. And she said, no. And I'm like, wow. I said, you won't call me? She said, no. You won't call me to watch the kids if you fly to town? She said, no. So I'm like, okay. So what am I going to do? And possibly have my kids in harm's way? Because I don't know those babysitters. And then too, why you have so many babysitters? You have to treat people right. Maybe you can, 2 or 3 good ones that's going to stick with you, first off. And then I had no choice. Somehow, some way, Melody heard about that. And next thing you know, in December, my son had got like a scratch on his head. He and I we were playing around the table and stuff like that. But I got on to him too though. But he bumped his head on the table and scratched his little head. And then, you know, instead of Melody giving me a call, she went straight to her attorney and said that I hit my son 25 times. I gave him 25 lashes, and also hit him upside the head with a back scratcher and made him bleed or whatnot. So she had me in court for that. And she didn't even call me to ask me what happened. So for 56 days, the judge took the kids away from me for 56 days because she accused me of that. Falsely accused me. So we went to court. I won that in court. And I'm like, I hit my son 20-some times. Where are the marks? If you hit anybody 20-some times, I'm like, where are the marks? You know? And that hurt me so bad because it was 56 days that she took my children away from me. She made me miss both my girls' birthdays. She didn't even call me on Malia's birthday, so I can tell my baby girl happy birthday, right? So for 50-some days, my kids were away from me. And next thing you know, my son having behavior issues and things like that in school. And now they saying that he needs some counseling. You don't need no damn counseling. You need to be around his damn dad. You know, I'm structured. I discipline my kids and things like that. And since I got him back, we ain't had no problems like that. And so, you know, that hurt a lot. The first that we went to court is when she falsely accused me of that. You know, we can stop it. We can stop this court thing at any time. If she just called me or her attorney contact my attorney and say that with that. I don't have anything against Marcus. Marcus is always, we always been around each other. Before the kids, we were out there in Atlanta. you know. And I used to suggest let's go kick it with your brother now, because I don't care about you being gay. I don't care about that. Again, I have gay family members. I have gay friends. I don't care about that. You can be who you are. I want you to be who you are. I don't care. Yeah, if you're a good person, you're a good person. But I just don't want no men watching my children, period. Except for the father. I've never. And I just wish that Mel can get up well. It's going to happen, you know? And again, all this court stuff can stop if she just say, hey, I agree with you, Martell. No men watching kids, and we can select 2 or 3 people to be full-time babysitters, nannies, whatever you want to call it, you know? You know, we both have chefs. We both have people watching the kids. It's like, why we can't just hire 1 or 2 people to take care of the kids? Pick them up from school or help taking them to practice, whatever needs to be done. Let's just do it. And we don't have to have these people in our business, you know? I hated that. When she took me to court earlier this year, you know, about the little abuse thing, false. But it hurt me so bad that my ex-wife got me up in court, almost trying for me to go to jail, hitting my son. She could have had me in jail. When she, I also saw somebody talking about that $17,000. Guys, that was crazy too. Because no, I did not steal $17,000 from her. I would have gone to jail. That is called contempt of court. That's when we're going through the divorce thing. If I had stole that $17,000, because she definitely told the attorneys, I mean the judge saw it and everything. No, because I wrote down that just because we're going through a divorce, or just because we're divorced or whatever, that doesn't mean that the money that we once shared is now just yours. No, we got things to pay, and your money is included, okay? So I wrote everything down, gave it to my attorney, and actually, at the time I had a female attorney, and she said, Martell, you can go to jail. I'm like, this is my money. This is not Mel's money. She convinced my attorney, and my attorney, Martell, you gonna go to jail. And I told my attorney just like this. I said, I no longer want you to represent me. I said that I no longer want you to represent me, because it's just that the list that I gave you are the things that I had to take care of with our money. It was like $30-some thousand that just came in. But it's so funny because I'll tell y'all the whole story, forget it. So the whole story was, I was going through my little situation. And Melody, she had another account. Melody went into the account. I think we got paid by OWN paid us. She went in. No, this was my extra money. So she went in, took all that money out. She was down south, and that's when I went live too, talking about my children. And I ain't seen my kids in like 12 days. So like it's a reason that Martell don't lose friends, and Martell has had friends for over I've had friends for over 30 years and things like that. Like, you know, I don't want to harp like, oh, I'm a good person, but I mean I am. You know, and a lot of people say, Martell, you're not a good person. I mean, just because I wasn't good for Mel, just because we went through our issues doesn't mean I'm going to treat the next person however, you know? And certain things, how she treated me doesn't mean that she's going to treat her next person the way she treated me. It starts right here, you know? It's about their heart. It's about how you treat people. And not on social media, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not good with the social media shit. I'm not. I don't know how to put on an act and like to make it seem like I'm this perfect person. Hell no, I'm not a perfect person, and I don't know how to act like that either, you know? I don't know how to act like that. I don't want to act like that. But it seems like you get glorified for going on social media acting, because I see so many people up here talking about, oh, Melody, I wish you win custody of the children. I wish that Martell doesn't need those kids. Like, damn, y'all must not. And again, I don't want to have full custody. Wholeheartedly, I don't. I just want us both to do what we're supposed to do when it comes to the kids. But again, if she tell me that, hey, I'm gonna continue to have whoever watch these kids watch them, then I want full custody because I know that you don't have the type of time. Even when we were married, those was our issues. You didn't have time. So, I mean, if you don't have time to watch the kids, just give them to me. You see them whenever you want to see them, though. I don't have it. And I'm like, what? I mean, you see that if I just spank my son or my kids on the butt immediately. You know, they get warnings. They get 2 or 3 warnings. But if you'll continue to act out, yeah, you're gonna get a spanking. Yep, you definitely will get a spanking. I mean, I got spankings and things like that. I got whippings growing up. Go get your own switch type thing. You guys remember us talking about my son, little Martell, with those necklaces and things like that on? Y'all remember that? But still, regardless, it don't matter. But I go up there. I mean, the reason I say that is because it's not likely that any other kids would have anything like this on, you know? So I go up there and pick my son up, and I see him walking to me with these gold necklaces on. And I almost died. I said, oh my gosh, what does he have on his neck? A big old rope and a smaller little necklace. I'm like, oh my gosh. So, he get in the car. I mean, I wasn't too negative on it. I told him, I said, son, what are you doing with those necklaces on your neck? He said, Dad, I bought them from Sheen. Mommy let me buy them. Mommy let us pick everything out and bought. I said, did she see that you, did she check y'all out? Did she buy it for you? He said, yes. I said, oh my gosh. I said, son, listen. I said, take those necklaces off. I said, that's never been our representation when it comes to jewelry, like the big boasting jewelry. I said, son, 9 times out of 10, someone that you see like a rapper wearing that, they just want all the attention. I said, we're not attention seekers, so we don't wear stuff like that. So I probably talked to him about 3 or 4. I said, a lot of times, son, I'm not trying to run her life. I'm not trying to keep up with her. I'm not trying to do any of that. I have kids to raise. I mean, you so much interference in their lives. When we talk about 20-some people,